Hey everybody, welcome to a Q&A video. I have not done just a sit-down Q&A video besides live streams in quite some time, but I think I might bring it back. I find that the live streams are fantastic for chatting and hanging out and answering questions, within the live chat, but I don't usually have the capacity or the time to get through frequently asked questions or questions that I get in comments of other videos. And so these kinds of live chats, pre-recorded live chats, I guess, is more like just answering those frequently asked questions or questions that I get on videos where I feel like the answer could maybe benefit more than just that one person. So that is what we're going to do today. This video is sponsored by Element, but I'm going to talk about that in a little while. I do have my Element back here that I'm sipping on while I'm talking. My throat is a little bit scratchy, and so I'm needing to continually take sips here to get through the talking. But I printed off several questions, and we're just going to go through them. The first comment or question comes from Sing It, who is a regular viewer of our live stream, which I love. She was just asking about my experiments, because on my last Wellness Wednesday video, I talked about all the experiments I did about ketosis over the summer. And then, I'm doing the quitting coffee experiment that I'm still in the middle of right now. All these different things that I do. If you guys watch my channel, I do a lot of experiments just trying to figure things out. And she was just asking, what are they for? Like, what's the main thing? To gain more energy or for a weight that I'm trying to attain? Like, what's the deal? And there's several reasons why I experiment. The first is, even though I have gotten a lot of health benefits and I've lost a certain amount of weight and I've made a huge amount of progress towards my health goals, I don't feel like I am 100% there. If, everything was, top notch, my energy was exactly where I wanted it to be, my weight was where I wanted it to be, all these things, if all of these things were in line, I'd be like, well, why would I change anything? Why would I experiment? There would be no reason to. But I don't feel like I'm there yet. You guys know that I have been dealing with iron issues and gut issues and been kind of working my way through all of these different issues in order to just feel my best and to be the healthiest that I can be. And like I said, I don't feel like I am yet the healthiest that I can be. So doing these experiments is just trying to find out if there's something else I could do or add that would bring me closer to that goal of being as healthy as I could be. So as far as the nitty gritty of it, I do have some weight that I would like to lose. I'm still probably 20 pounds heavier than I would like to be. And even if I lost 20 pounds, I would still not be anywhere near the lowest BMI. If I could go down to the lower end of the BMI, for my height, and I would be a Skeletor. I think it would not be right for my body, but even losing 20 pounds, I would still be, mid to high range of my BMI range. And that I'm not really going on BMI, that's not really that important, but it'll more be how I feel, what size clothes, and all of that. But anyways, I'm just trying to say, I do have plenty of weight to lose. I know a lot of times in videos, you're seeing me from here up, and so you don't get the full picture all the time. But I definitely have more weight to lose. I carry a lot of weight in my hips and my legs. So anyways, I do have weight that I would like to lose, and I have moved away from just trying to diet myself down to a certain size. I did that for years with differing amounts of success, but then overall I found that just didn't work for getting my body to a place where it wanted to stay at a smaller size, because anyone can starve themselves down to a size, but when you achieve weight loss that way, typically, at least I found for me, my body didn't want to stay there, and so it just at a moment's notice, any chance it got to get any extra calories or anything, it just packed the weight back on. So I found that it wasn't productive to try to keep doing that. And that's the yo-yo diet that a lot of us have been in or, are currently still in. And so I kind of got out of that and realized that if I wanted to have the goal of being healthier, and that include, getting my body to more of an ideal weight, it was going to have to be through slower, like behind the scenes means where you're working on your hormones, you're working on your gut health, you're working on all of these lifestyle changes, and it's kind of like you do all these things to see if your body will respond with weight loss. So it's like indirectly pushing your body towards weight loss. And that can be really frustrating because you're not the one in the control. It's like, hey body, would you like to do this? Like, let's try this. And the body's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And like the body has the last word in the matter. So anyways, it's a very slow, oftentimes frustrating process, although it can also be very rewarding when something just like falls into place and something clicks and you're like, oh my gosh, me and my body are working together and we're making progress. And so, sometimes frustrating, sometimes amazing. So anyways, going back to the question, it's like, I don't just have a goal of losing weight or have a goal of more energy. Those are probably the two biggest things that I'd like to see, but they are kind of a response to getting my body to as healthy of a place as it can be. So with all of these experiments, like with the ketosis over the summer, it was like, would adding more ketogenic days or more ketogenic macros to my diet and lifestyle, would that move me closer to the health goals that I have? And like I, went through in my last Wellness Wednesday video, I didn't find that it was going to be the key. It wasn't something that I plan on incorporating a lot into my diet. I learned a ton. I'm really happy I learned it. But it's not going to be something that I really focus on moving forward. So anyways, that's why I experiment, because I'm not quite at where I want to be in a lot of areas, but overarchingly just my health. I would like to get my health to a better place. And so I experiment, because how else are you going to know unless you experiment? Because, and this is a long answer to just the very first question, but I used to be one to read a diet book and say, okay, if I want to know what works, I need to find the right diet book, read it, and do it. And I know it works because it's in the book and the smart person said it. But after following the books and the smart people over and over and over and over again, I realized that I needed to actually listen to what worked for me. And not that any of those diet books or those smart people are bad or wrong, but they're not everything they say necessarily applies to me. And I have to do the work of listening to my own body and picking and choosing and trying from these different places and finding out what's going to work for me. So it's kind of a different mindset from, I just need to find the right diet and the right guru and follow that to the letter. It changes to, let me listen to this guru and maybe this thing is applicable to me. Let me listen to this guru and, I'll try their thing. And, that thing didn't work for me. So I'm going to listen to this guru and, this is another piece. So I'm putting it together with this piece from all these different, places and gurus and, just learning about your own body. And eventually in this great journey, hopefully we will come to some kind of a diet and lifestyle that is tailor-made for us because, we made it based on our own needs and our own responses to different things. So to get there, you have to experiment. All right, that's enough for the first question. Let us move on to the next question. A big thank you to Element, who is the sponsor of today's video. Element is an electrolyte supplement that I use every single day. It has everything that you need and nothing that you don't. It has the 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium per serving. It comes in these super convenient little sticks. that are so easy just to throw into your purse. They also have no artificial flavors or colors or sweeteners besides stevia. Stevia is the only sweetener in there. And it's just basically all the good stuff without the junk. And if you see this right here, this is the caramel chocolate salt. The caramel chocolate salt is back. It was a limited edition last year and they brought it back as a permanent flavor. So now you can buy an entire box of caramel chocolate salt, which is fantastic in hot drinks. So right now, Element is offering all of my viewers a special deal. You can get a free sample pack of all of their regular flavors with any order off the website. All you have to do is use my link, drinkelement.com/indigo, drinklmnt.com/indigo. Follow that link, add anything to your cart, and you will automatically get that free sample pack with your order. Thanks so much to Element for sponsoring today. It is sponsors like Element that allow me to offer free content to all of you. So I truly appreciate it when you guys support the companies that support my channel. This is a question from one of the egg white bread recipes, and CW1626 asks, are you no longer buying Rose Acre Farms egg white powder? I am still using the bucket that I purchased. Thank you for all the great recipes. Well, you're welcome, first of all. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about egg white powder and what I'm using currently and what I recommend. So I stocked up big time a while back on Now brand. The Now brand on Amazon periodically goes on sale and goes on sale for a really good price, probably one of the lowest prices out there. But that's just when it goes on sale. And so when I see it on sale, I tend to stock up. And right now I am very, very stocked up with the Now brand egg white powder, because I had stocked up several months ago. And then, just recently, you guys probably saw, I posted a couple different times about it because the deal was so incredible. The 5-pound egg white powder bucket was on sale for like $39. That's the lowest, maybe the lowest I've ever seen it. I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but it very, very low price. And so I went ahead and I ordered 3 more, even though I already had a whole bunch, because I was like, you can't beat this price. And it's not something that's really going to go bad easily. Like, we have a nice, cool, dry basement, and there's not a lot of sunlight that's going to get to it. And I'm like, it's going to stay good. If I don't open it, it's going to stay good for a long time. So I went ahead and stocked up even more. So then there's Rose Acre Farms, and I've talked about Rose Acre Farms several times. I have ordered from them, and I have found that their egg white powder is fantastic. It works just as well as the Now brand. I have had no issues with it whatsoever. Basically, right now, I just order whatever I can find that's the cheapest, and I keep my eyes open for deals. And whenever there's a deal, I stock up. And since I did that with the Now brand egg white powder, I haven't needed to order any more, even though I did go ahead and order the Now brand again because it was so cheap. But I just haven't needed to order and then ended up ordering from Rose Acre Farms. There's been plenty of times where Rose Acre Farms was cheaper than the Now brand, especially with the coupon code that they gave me. And I will let you know about that because there is an active coupon code right now if you do need to order. But it just was, I had stocked up so heavily before that I haven't needed to order. So I haven't ordered from Rose Acre Farms recently, but that's not because I don't like their product. It's just because I had stocked up on the thing that was on sale at the time. I am not sponsored by any egg white powder brand. I do not receive free egg white powder from any company. The only time I've ever gotten free egg white powder was when Keto Chow came out with their egg white powder. They sent me a bag of that to try for free. But beyond that, I have not received, I have to think about it. Like, I don't think I have not received any free egg white powder from any of these companies. I do earn commissions like on Amazon. If you order through Amazon, it's kind of silly though. If you order through Amazon through one of my affiliate links, like for the egg white powder that I just posted recently, I get 1% commission. Because on Amazon, any food products and I think any supplements, they give their affiliates 1% commission. So if you ordered, a $39 bucket of egg white powder, I got almost 4 cents for that. So I'm not making bank on the egg white powder commissions. Like, that is not where I make a majority of my money on YouTube. Sometimes I will get accused of, me wanting you all to rush out and buy this super expensive egg white powder so that I can just roll in the dough. Or people will say, oh, it must be nice that you just get sent free egg white powder and you can just, use it and not worry about the money. And I'm like, well, no, I actually just shop the deals and I purchase when I need it and when there's a good deal available. And then I do make a little bit of commission. I make a little bit of commission also on the Rose Acre Farms, but again, it is very, very small. It is not anything that is, paying for our vacations or anything like that. So Rose Acre Farms does currently have a coupon code. They kind of cycle through coupon codes, and he actually just reactivated one that was active before, that you may have used before, but then it was deactivated. So anyways, it is Egg Sale 2024, and I forget what that gets you. It's like either $8 or $10 off of your order, just, a flat $8 or $10 off your order. So if you do need egg white powder, I haven't checked the prices exactly recently, but I expect that you'll be able to get the cheapest price currently at Rose Acre Farms, and I'll have the links and stuff down below for you to check out, because that sale on the Now brand that was just so incredibly cheap, it seems to be over. But if I do see that sale, something like that come up again, I try to post it. And if you guys see a big sale like that, definitely send it my way and I can, send it and post it and send it out to everybody. So anyways, that is where I'm at with the egg white powder. Love Rose Acre Farms. Their product is fantastic. I haven't been using it recently, but that's just because I stocked up massively with the Now brand. And so probably all of my videos from the last 6 months, any egg white bread video that I've done has been done using the Now brand. Okay, next question is from Serenity Plantation 7634. And this one was a little bit snarky, and I get this kind of comment, every now and then. And so it's something that I just figured I'd address. I don't expect the people that leave this kind of comment are the kind that are watching my Q&A videos. So I don't know if it serves a lot of purpose, but I figured I'd just talk about it a little bit anyway. Okay. And it relates to the last question as well. Question is, what is the deal with egg protein, like hand on face? What is that called? Face palm. Are y'all afraid of real eggs? And I think that's funny because, well, first of all, we have 55 chickens right now, and we're getting dozens of eggs per day, and we are like drowning in eggs, and we are trying to eat as many eggs as possible. We are selling them. I have a few avenues where I sell them, and then we're going to make an egg stand. Anyways, that's different subject, but no, we are not afraid of real eggs, and we eat so many real eggs. So why the egg white protein? And so the other kind of question I'll get on egg white bread videos is just make it with real eggs. Just make the recipe with real eggs. Why would you buy this expensive powder and go through all this trouble when you could just make it with real eggs? And in my mind, I usually don't engage with those kind of comments, but in my mind, I'm like, if you have a recipe that's going to get me delicious egg white bread made with real eggs only, no egg white powder, please send it to me, because I don't think it exists. Like, it's kind of a snarky, but then they didn't actually think it through. They didn't do the work. There was no work involved. Like, I've created a recipe that uses only fresh eggs, and you should use it because it's better than egg white protein. No, it's just criticizing without anything to back it up. So the reason I use egg white powder and, whole egg powder and the different ones that I use is because that's what's needed to create a good finished product. If you want a scrambled egg loaf, sure, do that with your whole eggs. It's not going to taste like the egg white bread made with the egg white powder. It's just not. Completely different product. So it's kind of similar, I guess, to saying something like, why do you use bread flour? Are you afraid of like hard winter wheat berries? And you're like, no, I'm not afraid of hard winter wheat berries, but you don't just take those and make them into bread. There has to be some kind of a process to get to that point. So anyways, it's just silly, and I don't really engage with that kind of comment. It's just, it seems like it's coming from a place of just wanting to criticize. And if you're someone who doesn't need the variety and doesn't want to take the time to make egg white bread, and you're happy just eating, scrambled eggs or fried eggs or whatever, that's great. Like, that's fantastic. The egg white bread is just an option for those that want to add a little variety, maybe have a slice of toast with their scrambled eggs. It's not that anyone's afraid of whole eggs and they're using egg powders instead. That's just silly. Next question is from Keto Mama 777. And that is just about the frying pans that I use. Just asking, what frying pans do you have? Okay, so I did a video a few months ago unboxing and showing this set of pans that I had sent to me. They reached out and asked if I would do a video, showing their product. And I looked at the products and I was like, I'm in the market for something like this. And it looks like exactly what I want. So I will try to find that video and put it up in the cards. And just to tell you here what it is. The brand is Imarku, Imarku, and the pans that I have, it's a set of 3 different sizes, and they are cast iron, but they're not like super thick like the Lodge pans. They're thinner. They're still cast iron, so they're heavy, but not as heavy as the Lodge pans. And then they have like a honeycomb texture on them, and that helps with the non-stick. And it does have they do have a coating, and I was looking into it, and they say it's non-toxic up to 500 degrees, and that it's water-based. Like, they don't give you all of the information about all of it's not like they have to put the ingredients of what's in it. They just kind of say things about it, like non-toxic, PFOA free, things like that. And so, I can't say 100% for sure what exactly it is, but it was enough that I was comfortable with using it, as long as it didn't start like flaking or chipping or scratching like Teflon does. And so I have now been using the pans for quite a few months, and it is amazing how much they look brand new still. Like, there is absolutely no scratching, no flaking, not a scratch. They're pristine. So that makes me feel good. So it's enough for me to be comfortable with using them, but I understand if someone is, really sensitive about that kind of thing, maybe they would just want to stick with a pure cast iron skillet and do all of the seasoning and stuff to get as nonstick as you can in that realm. But if you want something that functions like a nonstick Teflon pan, that's probably a little bit healthier, these ones are absolutely fantastic. They are amazing. Like, I use them every day and I absolutely love them. Hands down, one of the best kitchen products I have gotten in the last year. Next question is from Patty Lyman about, it was from my quick coffee video, and she was asking about if the coffee in the morning is more of like a ritual, like is it really the coffee that you're wanting or the ritual of drinking coffee? I know for me it is so much about the ritual, really became aware when I switched to decaf. So for me, I think it has been both. Because there was a time where I was so addicted to coffee that like my body needed it so bad that I just felt horrible coming off of it. And I kind of expected that to happen again. I talked about this in the video. I was like gearing up for this really bad detox again, like I had experienced before. And then I like almost experienced no detox, and it was like shocking. And then before I quit, I got the Rasa, which is a coffee substitute. And because I knew that the ritual was a big part of it for me. And so I was like, I need to have something that reminds me of coffee, and or else I'm not going to stick to it. I'm just going to go back to coffee if I don't help myself through this. I found that I really only needed that, crutch for a few days, maybe a week. And I haven't drank the rasa for like a week or more now. Because I don't really love it. It's fine. I'm not drinking tea either, because it's like, I like tea, it's fine, but it's like, I don't really feel like it in the morning. Like, it's just not worth it. And so I think I've kind of broken that ritual need, because it was like, there was a big drive when I woke up in the morning to like go make my coffee immediately. And I don't have it anymore. Like, it's gone. And I still am in shock with how fast it went away. So I guess it wasn't really that I needed the coffee, because of how easily I detoxed off of it. And then the ritual was a big part of it, but that seemed to, kind of go by the wayside pretty fast too. So yeah, it's kind of crazy how it's happened. Last question. This one is from Courage to Change, Kurage, to change. Would you please give the recipe/instructions for making keto chow that can be drunk right away? I have purchased so much keto chow and so many flavors, and I'm just not a fan so far. Thanks. Okay, well, hopefully making the keto chow this way will help you become a fan of keto chow. It is absolutely our favorite way to drink it. I make it for my husband. He loves it. The kids love it. It's hands down the best. And it is great that you can drink it right away. I have not gotten into the prepping of the keto chow besides Ninja Creamies. Some people will prep a whole bunch and just keep them in the fridge. But if you do that, they're not milkshakes. And milkshake is the texture that we like the best for our keto chow. And so I just haven't gotten into prepping them ahead of time, just because we prefer the milkshakes so much more. Okay, and I do need to do a video on this. I'm going to try to get that done, because I get this question a lot, and I'd love to just have a quick video where I can just send everybody to. But until then, I will explain it. It's pretty simple. I put 2 ounces of butter in my Vitamix, and you do need to have a high-powered blender for this. You could do it... I don't know if you could do it in a regular blender. You maybe could do it with just cream instead of butter, but I'm not sure because of the ice. I don't know. Anyways, if you have a Vitamix or a high-powered blender, try this. 2 ounces of butter in the Vitamix. Then I top that with 4 to 5 ounces of hot water. And I do water just off the boil. And I did hear Chris Bear talk recently about it not being good to put super hot water on the keto chow, because it can ruin some of the vitamins. So I may adjust this and do like a more lower temp water, and then less ice. But anyways, until then, I'll just tell you how I make it. So I put 4 to 5 ounces of water on the butter in the Vitamix and let it melt just a little bit. Then I dump in my packet of keto chow and I blend that just for a few seconds. You don't have to like whip it or anything. It kind of turns into almost a pudding consistency. And then I take 10 ounces of ice cubes, throw that in, flip the blender on high, and just blend that until it's like this beautiful milkshake consistency. And that's it. It's delicious. And because you start with the warm water, you don't have to wait 30 minutes. Like the instructions say to put it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. But when you start with the warm water, it dissolves all of the vitamins and minerals or whatever, and you don't get a weird mineral taste. You don't have to wait for that to dissolve. So you can just drink it right away, which is usually what we do. All right, that's going to be all for this Q&A video. I hope you guys learned something. If you have any questions for a future Q&A video, leave them down in the comments and I will do my best to get to them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll just see you again in the next video.